Hey, Joy Chaser Nation, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Joy, and on this channel, we are building a community of joy chasers where we focus on topics that brings attention to your mind, body, and soul. Lifestyle conversations, cultural conversations, home and garden conversations, conversations that bring peace and joy, and hopefully will make you truly a joy chaser. Now let's start our conversation for today. I want to start off by saying to you, have you ever, walked into a room and felt a noticeable shift in energy? That shift gave you the vibe of being warm, inviting, or have you walked in a room and you felt very uncomfortable? When this happens, that's called the power of vibration. Every person that you meet, including yourself, radiates energy. And this energy influences not just how we feel, but also how we interact with people that we come in contact with. So today's topic is all about having that big energy vibe. Big energy. It is captivating, soul igniting. It gives you the presence that is admired and cultivating. Many of us are dealing with stress and burnout. So having big energy can become like a superpower to you. So do you want to live every day with more zest, presence, and purpose? So if you do, let me define big energy for you. Big energy goes beyond the physical excitement. It is about exhibiting a presence that's undeniable. It's about being so attuned to yourself and your surroundings that others will feel it too. Think about big energy as a cocktail of confidence, openness, and joy. It's grounded and is genuine. It is not a forced feeling. If you are a person with big energy, you have a natural radiance because you embrace authenticity in everything that you do, which then radiates, outwardly, inviting others to be authentic too. So if you understood that definition, that's big energy. Now I want to go a little deeper. If you think about it, big energy at its core refers to the frequency at which a person's energy resonates. High energy is not just about excitement. It is not, okay? It's about reflecting love, joy, and gratitude and peace. People that have big energy are present, they are self-aware, and emotionally balanced. They exude positivity, making them magnets for meaningful connections and opportunities. Think about the people that you are around on a regular basis. Think about those people who exhibit positivity. Those are people with big energy. So basically, your thought patterns that you have can change and align to give you positive thinking. So I want to show you a quick statement of what I mean by your thought patterns. Let's take a look at this video.
One of the biggest shifts in consciousness you will have is when you begin relating to your thoughts in a different way. One of the biggest shifts in consciousness you will have is when you begin relating to your thoughts in a different way.
Relating to your thoughts in a different way will have you really focused on big energy. So now that we watched the video, I want you to take a look at this chart that I'm going to show you. Okay, so this chart that you see, this chart shows levels of thoughts that we are thinking. The highest level of thinking is enlightenment, and you can see that right here, okay? And the lowest level of thinking is shame. Now, based on research that I've done, a lot of people stay grounded at the bottom part of this chart. When you take a look at it, just really, really think shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride. All of those, a lot of people, when they are thinking those thoughts. I'm not saying all the time. I'm not saying if you're that person that always think happy thoughts, which not everybody thinks happy thoughts all the time. But the majority of us in our life on a daily basis face these things: pride, anger, desire, fear, grief, apathy, guilt, shame. This is something that we do on a regular basis. This is something that we see on a regular basis. So I really, really want you to kind of think about it. Just think about, the social media posts that we are attracted to. Most of them deal in negative actions and drama. That's what we are attracted to. We thrive on this, and brands and businesses, they notice. That is why they feed us thumbnails and titles to make us click and to watch. Then when we do click, we keep going down the rabbit hole of negativity, because the algorithm, whatever we've been watching over and over and over again, or whatever we're listening to over and over again, is telling the algorithm, the behind the scenes, the computer, to tell us that we need more negativity, and that it just keeps going down as far as it can go. It just keeps going and going and going. However, that negative content is now, once it is ingrained in your energy, your mind, once it's ingrained on your television apps, social media platforms, Google, who's listening to us at all times, trying to figure out what we need next, what we want to see. Most times it is based on what is around us. And most things that are around us, y'all, is negative. Just like that chart said, you see shame and guilt and apathy and fear and desire and anger. We face these things on a regular basis. So I hope that you get my point when I am talking about that. It's harder to change us from negative content, since it's a part of our algorithm, unless we dive into the back end of, the platforms, and we can erase what we've seen, our history, to start over. Or like some people, they just turn it off, they disengage. But that's usually not likely for most people. uh and that is because That is the human nature that is in us. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to be a part of. We love drama. That's how reality TV got to be where it is today. We love drama. When people go on YouTube and on TikTok and Instagram and tell their whole business, we are all into it, listening to it. That is negative. All it's doing is feeding us all that negative energy. And on here today, I am talking about big energy. But before we really get down into it, I want you to take a listen and or watch this clip about how we should think. It is just one statement, but it's a powerful statement that you definitely should keep in the back of your mind when you're thinking about how can I exhibit big energy.
What the most important relationship you will have with anyone in your life or anything in your life is not a person. The most important relationship you will ever have in your life ever is your relationship to your thinking. It's your relationship to thoughts.
So now that you've heard that, where are you on this topic today? How do you keep your energy high? Especially when we are definitely in a world where stress and negativity seem to be so prevalent in what we do. So I want to talk about that chart again, and let's take a look at it again. If you look at the top of the chart, it shows levels of thinking that brings big energy, such as willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace. And the top is enlightenment. This is where we want to be, but human nature has us thinking less about positive thoughts and more about what is negative that is happening. Just think about how often you think about joy and love. Okay. You may smile, but when you're thinking about it, you're really present and thinking about it. But most times, everything that's going on around us is giving off that negative energy. Or I want you to think about how often things are put in front of you that exhibit joy, love, and reason. How often is that put in front of you? Not too often. And that is because, again, the world we live in, it drives negativity, and we don't have a lot of positive influences that are in front of us. And then when we do have those positive influences in front of us, we are side eyeing it or thinking, oh, that cannot be real, that cannot be authentic. Oh, who she thinks she is, and so on and so on. But you gotta get your thought process back again to what the statement that I showed you before. The biggest relationship or the biggest task that you're going to have is training your mind to think positive, training your mind to have big energy. So I hope you get what I'm saying. Your thoughts should be more positive than they should be negative. Could you be thinking you are a person that exhibits low energy? Sometimes we just think that, okay, I've been around these people. I have low energy because everybody that I'm around, or some people, now I won't say everybody, but some people that I am around, they are giving me low energy because they are thinking negative, or they're always bringing me some type of drama that's going on in their lives. You don't want to be there all the time. Yeah, you may want to hear some of this drama sometimes, because sometimes it's funny. But sometimes it's funny when you see it on social media, and sometimes it's funny when your friend tell you something that maybe happened at work and it was negative. But regardless, you don't want to be around that all the time. You want big energy. So I want you to take a look at this chart one more time and see what thoughts give you big energy. Okay, so looking at the chart, enlightenment, of course, is all the way at the top. Enlightenment is when you are truly, truly there. I consider myself a person that has big energy, but I am not there. I got a long way to go before I get there. But that is where I'm striving to be. I'm striving to get to that true, true peace. And sometimes it's hard because sometimes you have people around you that are negative and that um they're going to say whatever is negative regardless, and it just brings your whole energy level down. Um, I hate that. I truly, truly hate that. But again, I always go back when I am just kind of thinking about me, myself, and I, and what I want to exhibit in life, what energy I want to give out. I go back to this chart. I go back to peace. I go back to joy, love, reasoning with people, accepting people as they are. Because as the saying go, people will show you who they are. And when they do show you who they are, believe them. So if they're sending off those energy vibes, those low energy people, you need to move away from that because you want peace in your life. You want that peace, that big energy. So, looking at this chart, just think about it. Even if you have to write it down on a sticky note, put it on your mirror in the bathroom, do something and just say, this is where I want to be. I want to have joy. And here on, we are chasing joy, chasing after joy, joy chaser nation. That's what we're ultimately getting to, trying to chase joy to the highest level. So you want to be able to, I need peace. I want peace. Reasoning. I want to be able to reason with people. I want to follow the chart exactly. I don't want to be down at the bottom where you have shame and guilt and anger and all of those things. Yes, sometimes I may have that, but the majority of my thoughts are going to be of peace, are going to be of joy. And when someone comes into my life and try to ruin that for me, I'm going to go back to I want peace. I want joy. I'm not going to communicate as much with those people because I truly feel, and I recognized this maybe about 10 years ago, that when I truly got peace with myself and peace with why I'm here on this earth, God put us on this earth so that we can enjoy it. He didn't put us on this earth to constantly be in negativity. He didn't put us in this earth to have fear and shame and guilt. Yes, we are human. We're not Jesus Christ. We're not God. We are not, but we are trying to be like. Okay. So when we're trying to be like that, then what we need to do is practice these things, practice mindfulness, practice having joy. When people come into your life, stop with the negativity. Tell them to stop with the negativity. I know I'm going on a rant with that, but I truly, truly am there in my life now. I am not putting up with negativity. I bring big energy, and it's not big energy to boast. Big energy is about positivity, about joy, about peace. And that's exactly the way that I try to live my life. So, if you want to have that, then make sure that you're focused on the topic at hand today and know that negative energy is not where you want to be. You want that positivity. And one thing that I will normally say to anyone that is speaking negative in my life or speaking negative in general is remember everything you say out loud is being heard in the spiritual realm. So don't speak negativity in the atmosphere. because it's not good. It is not good to do that. So as you focus again on today's topic, I also want you to recognize when you encounter people with negativity, sometimes it's hard to recognize because you have been in a friend group or around people that focus on negative thoughts. Do you know what I'm saying when I say that? Birds of a feather flock together. That is so true. People are around people who are speaking or having the same thoughts. It's just human nature to do that. So once you really realize that people or the things you are around are feeding negative energy, break away from that. Do you want to know what? eh, Do you really want to know the traits of a low energy person so you will know how to really break away from that? I'm going to tell you. Remember, low energy people, or low energy, it is tied to those emotions that was on that chart: anger, fear, apathy. Low energy people can create an atmosphere of negativity, whether they are meaning to or not. Low energy traits don't make these people, bad people. However, their energy can feel heavy on you and draining, constantly telling you something negative. It's draining. It's too much. So, these type of people, they focus on what's wrong rather than what is right. They dwell on problems, the past. They complain frequently, and they struggle to see solutions. This mindset, it it can be a cycle of negativity that reinforces low energy, which then can push you away from them, especially if you want to get to big energy. Okay. As a matter of fact, when you're dealing with low energy people, they thrive on this drama, like I said before, and they thrive on conflict. So I say you don't engage when they do this. I've done this many times. I don't engage. I just stay calm. I stay neutral. I detach from their emotional triggers. Now, I am not perfect. I can truly say that. Sometimes when somebody engage with me in a negative way, sometimes I want to engage back. Very negative. And can I go there? Yes, sometimes I can. But now in my life, I am refusing to feed into negativity. I am trying to maintain control over my energy, and I want you to be able to maintain control over your own energy so that you know that when someone is spewing out this negative thoughts and negative things that may be going on in the world or with them in general, stay calm, change the topic, or as my husband has told me to do before, and I have done, they're talking, you just put the phone on mute, put it down, I hate to say it, and do other things and think positive thoughts. And when they're done, then you're like, okay, and move on about your day. Okay. So with that being said, it is vital to exhibit big energy and stay clear of low energy people or energy content that's on your social media or TV and so on. If you can avoid it, stay in your zone of big energy. Okay. Stay in that zone of big energy. Think peace, think joy. When you do this, your energy can be contagious. When I come into a room and I am smiling and I am telling people, great things, and I'm just being bubbly, my bubbly self, people vibe with that. They like that because then they say, oh gosh, this person is positive. And yes, I am a positive person. And yes, can I have some negative thoughts? Sometimes I can. But when I am trying to have positive energy on a regular basis, I am trying to do that on all the time. So I want to share a few tips to help you to get positive, big energy too. When trying to change your mindset, or I guess your energy level, to be more positive. Oops, my earring just fell off. To be more positive, or to get that big energy effect, think about cultivating your routine throughout the day by practicing gratitude. Tell somebody how thankful you are, um, to have them in your life. Tell someone how grateful you are. Practice mindfulness. Read that chart. I hope you wrote it down on a sticky note and you're reading it as you're brushing your teeth. Well, after you're brushing your teeth, and say it before you leave that bathroom, after you've done your hair, whatever the case may be. Peace. I want peace, joy. I want today to be peaceful. I want joy in my life. I want people to come to me with love and acceptance and the willingness to work with me, or whatever the case may be. And please don't forget, to lift others up. Create calm spaces for yourself. Create calm spaces. If you're in a space where there is some negative thoughts, you create the calm space and foster positive connections. If the people that you're around, you cannot foster that connection with them, it's time to move. It's time to get around people who are in that positive, big energy uh, field. You don't need to be around those negative people. Not saying to just totally turn them off or not talk to them ever again, but I am saying to you that um, maybe not talk to them as much, or try to inject some type of positive something in their lives, because protecting your energy is important. Setting and maintaining healthy boundaries in another way is to have big energy. When you set and maintain your boundaries, that is a way to have big energy. My infamous quote, and I say infamous because I say it all the time. It hadn't gotten famous yet, but love who you are and let no one take your joy away. Love who you are and let no one take your joy away. Knowing when to say no and avoiding toxic environments and surrounding yourself with people who uplift each other is loving who you are and letting no one take your joy away. So I will end by saying, have big energy, joy chasers. Your energy is your responsibility. Protect it, nurture it, and let it shine. When you do, you'll find, that the world around you becomes a reflection of your own big energy. Creating a life of big energy, I can truly say, is definitely a joy chaser move. So I'm going to play this video one last time for you, and I want you to remember it.
What the most important relationship you will have with anyone in your life or anything in your life is not a person. The most important relationship you will ever have in your life ever is your relationship to your thinking. It's your relationship to thoughts.
Now, go chase that big energy. Until next time, my friend. See you in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my podcast. Okay, joy chasers. At the end of each podcast, we have a 30-second jam out. And this is your time to enjoy the beats and move with the beats. And also think happy thoughts. Joy chasers, it's your time to enjoy.